Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm a lot more I say quieter, but I'm still screaming. Put some light on in this room. I can't see anything. There. Anyway, welcome back to another tier list because that's how I show that I'm running out of ideas and I want to get videos out as fast as possible because I'm lazy. But this is a Sonic tier list, and you might be thinking, "Hey, wait a minute, man! Didn't you just make a Sonic tier list back in the day? You actually suck, man. Why can't you make new ideas? I'ma spit in your face, kick you in the back as hard as I can, and throw you into a river." That is true. I did make a Sonic tier list, but I keep tossing and turning every single night, having nightmares about a tier list because that is probably possibly the worst tier list I have ever made in my whole life, and that is not even an exaggeration. I've made some pretty bad tier lists, like that one, the Mario one, and a few others are pretty bad. But this was probably my worst. I had some horrible takes, and now I've played a few more games, so yeah. I own a lot more, but I haven't played some of them, like Adventure 2 or Shadow Generations. Like I own them, I just haven't played them yet. I won't waste your time. Let's just go. Well, if you know me and you've seen me talk like a little blubbering machine, then you know that I think Sonic Mania Plus is one of the greatest games that humans have ever like. So that someone was sitting down and thought to themselves, guys, are you ready to make the greatest piece of media humans could ever develop? And they made this. It was peak. They got I think I could be wrong. I think they got fan makers to work on this game, so that's why it's so peak. Like this game is so good. Like I cannot get into words how much I flipping love this game. I really like classic Sonic, so that's why I like this game so much. Best Sonic game. You can disagree, but it's just is so it's everything, man. I love it. Too good for this world. This world doesn't deserve a game as good as it. It's amazing. I love it. Okay. I need to make this clear. I actually haven't finished Adventure, so my opinion on it might change. And I technically have only played Adventure DX, the sucky one, but I used a mod with it that makes it have the original models and takes away all the glitches and adds some other cool stuff. So my opinion might change. And I know people say this goes and go, it's one of the best games ever. I love it. And it's good. Don't get me wrong. This game goes hard from what I've played so far. But I'll give it an A. You know, and again, I haven't. I'm probably somewhere halfway. I actually don't know how far I am because I don't want to have much spoilers. It's good. I actually really enjoyed it so far. It was one of I think even my most wanted game at the time. And around the start of the year, I've started playing it. I really enjoy it, but I just haven't finished it yet. But I do think by the time I finish, it might go on. Maybe it might even be the three goats. I don't know. We'll see. But it's good. It's good. You guys are right. It's great. I'm not a fan of everything. Like for instance, uh, it can like the map I feel like is a bit confusing in the hub world, and to get to place can take some time, and it does drag out a bit. I don't care. The rest of the game is good, so it's not that bad. But again, I don't want to put it too high because I haven't played very much. But still, again, if you knew me for more than 3.5 seconds, you will know that I think Sonic Forces is not only the worst Sonic game that has ever come out ever in the human history, but one of the worst games ever made. Like this is genuinely top 10 material for one of the worst things to ever come out. A lot of bad things come out of this world, and this is one of them. This is I cannot put into words how much I absolutely despise this game with my every inch of my heart and soul. The words cannot put together the absolute hatred I have for this game. And yes, before you ask, I have played the entire thing. I'm mostly counting games I either have gone very far in or completed, because there are a few games I've actually played a bit of, but I haven't like gone that far in them, so I haven't included them. So I beat this game, and I remember seeing the credits roll, and thinking to myself, I never want to touch anything like this again. This was what is it that hasn't already been said? It was blatant false advertising. Every single level was just a straight line. Classic Sonic has probably some of the worst level design I've ever seen in any game. Dialogue is horrible, story's terrible, everything is bad. I hate this game. It's not even like funny bad. Like, haha, look how funny bad this is. Like Sonic 06. No, it's just bad. It's just like it makes me depressed. Actually, oh my gosh, it makes me rethink life choices and all that. And okay, I know I keep going negative. I know I just went on negative rant. And look, this is probably gonna be the biggest hot take in the entire video. You're gonna see a lot. This is probably gonna be my biggest. Sonic Superstars is again one of the worst games I've ever played. Again, I need to make clear, I love Classic Sonic. Classic Sonic is the go. I love him. I would love to sit down on the beach with him, have a little picnic with all of his other friends, his little animal buddies running around as we click a glass together like Drake and Josh and begin to drink water as songs begin to play in the background like Sonic Mania OST. I love Classic Sonic, but this is just despicable what they put together. I cannot fathom how much I was hyped for this game, how much I was excited, and it felt like a slap to the face. If you couldn't tell, I didn't really enjoy this game very much. Very bad, horrible level design. Probably the one of the worst bosses in gaming history. Like each boss, extremely tedious and long, horrible music, which Sonic is not known for. I guess sometimes, but still, I really don't. Is it worse than Forces? No, 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 not. But it's like the cousin of Forces. Like so, it's almost there. It's almost on that same day, but it's not really. So for that, it's. Wait, so does this mean behind or forward? I don't know, but I'll just keep on the same tier. But again, it's very slightly not as bad, but still bad. Okay, I've only played a little bit of the Black Knight. I say a little bit, but like probably halfway. I think I'm nearly done actually. And okay, I'm not done, so maybe I can't make a full opinion, and people might hate me for this. But screw it, this game's ass. I love this game, man. It's great. The story's amazing. Amazing Sonic characterization, probably the best in the entire series. Like the way his character acts. The alternate world thing is cool. The controls are awesome. It's not tedious and annoying like other people say. It's great. And probably, possibly top three soundtracks in the whole series. Mania is number one. Like you can't beat Mania. That's its peak. But this is too good. Like I love the soundtrack, man. Too good. But I haven't beat it. Who knows? Maybe if I beat it, it might not be that good. It might go red to like B or A, or maybe it might even be in three goats. You never know. I can't see the future. I'm not a fortune teller. But great game. I don't know why some people hate on it. Recently, I think people have been starting to like it a little more, but I don't know. I think people just say it's okay nowadays, but completely underrated, man. You should get your hands on it. Like, you don't even need to play Secret Rings to understand it. It's a great game. Play it. Okay, 3D Blast. Now, this one's weird because I feel like there are so many. Like, every Sonic tier list I see, people say they don't like this game. But then every single comment is like, what? People don't like 3D Blast? That's weird. But then people like will still say they don't like it in like videos. Like, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, I don't know how the 3D Blast phenomenon works. And I've only played the Mega Drive version or Genesis. I haven't. I think the Saturn version people say is better because it has that one cool song. That song goes hard. I forgot what it's called, but I don't like it, man. I'm sorry. Like, it's not completely horrible, but just some of the things just don't make sense. Like, I want you to jump on a certain platform or go a certain direction, but you can't tell where you're going. So, like, you'll just be falling off and bumping into things 90% of the time, giving Sonic brain damage because you don't know where you're supposed to go. But it's not horrible though. It's just not for me. Uh, Sonic the Fighters. Okay, it's weird because I really like the models in this game. It's probably some of my favorite like models and art style in the whole franchise. And some of the music is good, but other than that, everything else is horrible. Like this is really bad. But I don't. It's weird to put it on the same tier as 3D Blast. I'll do it. Who cares? This game, I know some people like have a guilty pleasure for it, like, oh, it's not that bad. You get used to it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, my favorite fighting games ever, not counting Smash Bros, because those are the best. Uh, Dead or Alive and Tekken. Probably those two. Dead or Alive is easily my favorite. I love that series. And Tekken's good too. But what I like about those games is that you get to do combos and do certain strats and there's gimmicks and hazards. This game is just spamming the same move and then you win. That's easily my least favorite fighting game trope or whatever you want to call it. I can't stand it, man. I easily my least favorite thing that games can include. Street Fighter. I'm looking at you. I know some people like Street Fighter. I don't like it. I hate spam to win. I'm sorry. I don't like it. Okay. You know what? No, I'll do a positive game. I'll do a game that I have a good opinion on. We'll do Unleashed. Okay. I've only ever played the Wii version, so I might have different bias compared to some because people say like, oh, the Xbox version is the best version. The Wii version sucks. I don't care, man. It's still S. Actually, would it be in the goats? Okay, maybe not the goats, but it's good. I love it. Uh, Probably better than Black Knight as of right now because I've actually beaten Unleashed. But Unleashed is great, man. Like it's just everything about it is great. Okay, the Nighthog levels or whatever you want to call it, the Werehog, a little bit boring, but like not like the first time. It's just like after a while, it starts to go, okay, maybe this isn't as good as the other levels. But the daytime levels are peak, man. Some of the best levels in 3D Sonic history. I love the daytime Sonic levels. And the music, too good. Not Mania or Black Knight levels, but it's great. It's getting up there. Great game. It's not underrated. Sorry, it is underrated, not overrated like some say. Great, I like it. Okay, now we'll do secret rings. Okay, here's the thing. I want to put this game in C or D tier because when a lot of people ask me about this game, I say, look, this game had so much potential. It could have been so good. I see so much potential in it. But I don't really think seeing potential in a game is what makes it good. So that blends it at E. This is again probably one of the worst. It's slightly worse than Superstars because so many things in this game could have worked. Like I see it and I'm thinking this looks so good. How did they mess up? It's some of the worst controls I think any game has ever put into it. I know some people had to play using the stupid Mario Kart Wii wheel thing just to get used to these controls. That's how bad they were. And I agree, they sucked. The music though is, and this might be a hot take, top 5 Sonic OST ever. I love these songs. I know people are sick of hearing 7 rings in hand through nights and bleeding sand over and over again. I don't care. That's one of my favorite Sonic theme songs. I love that song. But this game, it fails. It sucks because the levels, the graphics, everything looks great. It's just the controls are so bad. Possibly the worst in any game. Okay, maybe that's a bit too far, but some of the worst controls in any game ever. It's so bad. If you like it, then more power to you, but I don't like it. Sonic R, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I feel like this game is slightly overhated, man. Okay. There are some things that need to be changed because it's not by no means great. but it's okay. I'd say C is okay. This is like the horrible tier, bad, okay, good, great, amazing, and I love it, man. I want to marry it. It's okay, man. It's not that bad. Like recently, I've been seeing people say, like, "Oh, it's like actually a masterpiece." You don't understand it. It's not a masterpiece, but it's not that bad. Like I know people were hating on this back in the day. Now, okay, the controls are a little bit weird, and oh my gosh, Amy's horrible. Like, okay, wait. No, I'll give it C because Amy is really bad. I don't even know how you're supposed to win as her. It seems impossible. But Tails and Knuckles are really good, man. Like Sonic's okay, and same with Eggman. But like Tails and Knuckles are really fun to use. And I love the music. The music in these games, absolutely amazing. If the game was slightly better, it could honestly possibly be A tier. It looks really good, but you know what? A few things like the controls and some of the level design and Amy are what drag it down. This could have been good. Again, I see potential in it. It could have been a pretty fun game. We'll do Frontiers. Okay. I haven't beaten Frontiers yet, but it's like, it's good. It's good. It looks really mixed because I get videos saying Sonic Frontiers brought Sonic back to life, and I get other videos saying Sonic Frontiers sucks. I hate it. There are a few things that aren't that good. Like some of the levels are pretty janky and boring and weirdly designed, and some I can feel myself getting lost sometimes. But it's not bad. Like the first trailer for it was absolute dookie. If someone was to take a dump on a plate, that would somehow look more pleasing than what the first trailer looked like. It looked so bad. It looked E tier bad, but it got fixed. So that's that's what's going for it. It's a very 6 out of 10 game. You know, like it's good. It's not like it just doesn't stand out. You know, would I recommend it? I mean, if you're into open world, I think that's the thing. I'm not into like huge open. Like the only huge open world game that I like, but even then, I don't really know if it counts as Mario Odyssey. Like anything else, I find boring. Like I know people like Breath of the Wild, but I'm sorry, it wasn't for me. Like it probably is good, it just isn't for me. And I don't like it. But Frontier's slightly better because it has some directions and tasks to do, so it's not completely like, oh, where am I? But uh, it, it's fine. I think that's all I'd say about it. It's just fine. Okay, I keep every time I go down here, I keep looking at this. Just you two, just get up here. Absolute pinnacle, top three goats, gourmet food like steak and dessert at a restaurant. These games are peak in just the gaming industry. I love these games. Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles is great. I was gonna put them as one, like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but for some reason, people get mad when you do that, and I don't know why, but that's the version I've always played. But I don't really care. These games are so good, man. I love them. I already knew as soon as I started that these three games. It probably goes in this order too, like Mania Plus, Sonic 3, and then Sonic and Knuckles. Too good, man. First Sonic game with an actual story, amazing level design, some best music, just fun. I could play this, and some of this game is like intense, man. Like you're going through like this mushroom little forest, and it gets set on fire, and there's like nuclear places, and you go snow, underground, ice is great. I love it. But peak game. If it came out today, I would still give it the same rating I do now. Me and B Machine. I know some people like it, but I just don't get it. Like it's just Puyo Puyo, but Sonic characters, and I like Puyo Puyo. Like this is coming from someone that likes it, but it feels like I don't even know what you call it. You're ripping off yourself. It's like when Kirby gets his own fighting games like Smash Bros, and you're like, okay, but why not just play Smash Bros? Like that's how I feel about this. Like the games, it just exists. There's not really a point to it. Like Puyo Puyo is so much better, man. Like those games are really fun, but for some reason this game just kind of exists. It's not horrible. but I just think the fact that it exists is just kind of worthless. Like, why? I don't know. Also, this is gonna be a hot take, but Spinball C, man, I actually have a bit of fun with Spinball. I don't even like pinball games. I find them extremely boring, but this is kind of fun because Sonic can travel around places. You actually get to use him like through the acid, and he goes through other aspects, and you have to avoid the dragon thing that's in the water. It's fun. It's good. Is it one of the best Sonic games? No. It's okay. It's a very okay game. I think it's worth playing at least once, and then if you forget about it after that, then I don't blame you. But it's fine. Not that bad. Some people hate it for some reason. I don't know why. Lost World. All right, all right. Did this game copy Mario? Yes. I think we all know that. Some people try not to say it, like, "Oh no, did its own." No, come on, man, it did. But it's not that bad. Like again, it's a very 6 out of 10 game. Like there are certainly things it could have changed to be a much better game, and there are some potential in it. But it's very just it exists, kind of like Mean Bean Machine. But the difference with Mean Bean Machine is that that was just copying another franchise that it already owned, so it was kind of worthless. Whereas this was just trying to copy like 3D Land and Galaxy of Mario and all that. And I like those games, so I can't really bring myself to downright hate this game or even dislike it that much. Frontiers is much better, like much better than Lost World, but I still feel like they should belong on the same tier because I won't put Lost World with R and Spinball. It's fine. The writing is a bit weird and very 7-year oldish, but it's fun. It has its moments. And Windy Hill 1 goes hard. Sonic CD. All right. This is a very probably the most mixed classic Sonic game ever. But this game is B, man. Like I know some people really like it. Like I've gotten like on Instagram and other things like Pinterest and people saying this game goes hard and saying they love it. And the Japanese soundtrack is incredible. Like some probably top 3 Sonic soundtracks, but other than that, it's just really confusing. I saw someone else say this. I forgot who it was, and it's kind of the way I feel about this game. It's a game where you're having fun, but you don't know what's happening. Does that make sense? Like you're like, oh, this is cool, but what is going on? That's kind of how I feel. The level design is very weird, and the future past mechanic is kind of weird. It's not bad. It's just, what am I doing? Like I kind of feel like that. All right. Sonic Generations. This is S, man. I love Sonic Generations. Too good. Um, it's weird because when this game first came out, I think people was like saying. I think some were even saying C. Like some people were like, oh, it's just nostalgia bait. It's not that good. But nowadays, after Shadow Generations come out, people are starting to realize how much of a masterpiece it actually is, and it's great. If you put it in 3 goats, I wouldn't even blame you. It is really good. Is it as good as Unleashed and Black Knight? I want to put it over Black Knight because I've actually beaten it and I haven't beaten Black Knight yet. And I feel like I have new player bias even though I played it a week ago. Like, I'll do it because I haven't beaten Black Knight yet. But, actually, I'll put CD over Sonic Lost World 2. But it's good. It's a great game. I absolutely love it. One of the best 3, or second best 3 Sonic. Top 3, in fact. But it's just, come on, man. Like, look at these 3 guys. You're telling me it's better than these? You're lying to me. Oh, I have a disease. What's happening? Sonic 1, okay. I might make some folks very angry. You might get your pitchforks out, but this game's an A, man. I like it. I know some people are like, oh, it hasn't aged well and it's boring and it has weird mechanics and some zones are unfair and has 3 zones. Okay, I had fun. It's great. Okay, admittedly, the switch from Green Hill to Marble Zone is kind of weird. I don't know why they did that. But it's not like a bad zone. They should have just switched it somewhere else because you focus on speed. Now you're focusing on platforming. Like, what's going on? Fun game. I love it. And, what's it called? Spring Yard Zone, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated worlds, or whatever you want to call it, in Sonic history. That zone is so fun. Like, all of them. Great. I don't know why you guys are so against this game, man. Are some of the, you know, the enemy placements kind of weird? Okay, yeah, okay, I have to agree with that. But it's not like bad. I don't know why people say it's bad. Like, it's nearing S tier, in my opinion. Sonic 2, get up there in S, man. Too good. Some people say it's better than Three Knuckles, and that's a little bit of a hot take, but I would respect it. Like, if you said that, I wouldn't even argue. This game's great. Again, some of the enemy placements are a bit weird, and the special stages really mixed in my opinion. I have a lot of like conflicting feelings on it, but it's fun. Like Tails isn't as stupid as many say. Levels are extremely fun. The music shines. It's just a very big step up from one, you know. Like one is like he wanted to reach the greats, and this is like the older brother that he's there for his younger brother, but he knows he's superior. He knows he puts in the effort. So yeah, and you know what? It's probably over all these games. Oh, actually, it's not better than Unleashed, but it's better than Generations. I'll say that. I'll say that. Colors. Okay, final game. How long has this been going on for? A while. Okay, so I've beaten Colors before. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is only the Wii version, not the DS version. I've beaten Colors before on the Wii. Then I beat the Ultimate version, which the Ultimate version sucks. But pushing that aside, I ordered the game again because I got rid of it. And after playing it again, I'm not done, but I'm still gonna count it anyway because I've beaten it twice. It's You know what? It's probably A. I feel like I overrated it a little bit because when I ordered, I'm like, oh, this is one of my favorites back in the day. I loved it, but it's fine because even Ultimate, the Colors Ultimate was so sucky because the glitches and all that nothing was fixed and it just downgraded. But the original's pretty good, man. It's not adventure levels, but it's pretty fun. Now, yes, Baldy McNose here that people like to point at is kind of weird, and I don't like some of the writing, but it's not like downright terrible. It's just not my kind of comedy, you know. Like I don't know, I'm into fart poo, so maybe I can't really talk when it comes to comedy genius, but it's not the kind of humor for me. But I guess that's it. That's my Sonic tier list. Hope you enjoyed. Hope I didn't make you furious. But you know, it's all opinions. You're allowed to believe whatever you want. And yeah, boom!